Kia ora, good evening. One of the country's most sensational murder investigations has come to a dramatic end. An all-women jury found Shui Nai-in guilty of strangling his young wife to death with a necktie. But the 55-year-old did not take the verdict well. Security guards hauled him from the dock, screaming, punching and yelling unfair. Kate Lynch was in court.
Place Nai-in Shui before the court.
A final bow of respect to the judge and jury, his fate resting in their hands.
Members of the jury, have you unanimously agreed upon your verdict? Yes, we have. Do you find the accused, Nai-in Shui, guilty or not guilty of murder? Guilty.
And as the judge formally convicted Shui of murder, he shouted defiantly, "Unfair."
Unfair! Unfair! Unfair!
The judge told Shui he would be sentenced to life in prison. By the time he's eligible for parole, he'll be 65. So it was a harrowing end to the trial that left several of the jurors in tears. The judge thanked them for their help in what's been an incredibly gruelling case. And this is where it all began, an image that captured three nations. Shui abandoned his daughter Chen Shun, who later became known as Pumpkin, at a Melbourne train station. She stood there alone for 4 minutes.
The little girl hasn't spoken a word since the ordeal.
But no one knew that 3 days earlier, Shui had strangled Chen Shun's mother to death with a necktie and dumped her in the boot of his car. Police believe Anan Lu was murdered in her bed, and as Chen Shun slept with her mother, it's likely she witnessed her death. Outside court, the head of the police investigation spoke on behalf of Chen Shun's grandmother in China.
The welfare of Chen Shen, also known as Claire, we've been speaking to Madame Lu, and she is happy and healthy and thriving in China in a family environment.
Madame Liu was not at the trial, but is said to be furious about Shui's defence that her daughter died in a bizarre sex act with a tie. His lawyer, Chris Kameski, revealed during the trial that the DNA of two unknown men was found on Anan's underwear. Outside court, he said he was not concerned about offending her family.
She was trussed up in a very, very unusual way. She was naked, she had gloves on, there was DNA not only on her underpants but also on the tie.
Kameski said the images of Shui abandoning Chen Shun had not helped his case. Neither would the coverage of his time on the run in America, which ended in Atlanta with him being wrestled to the ground and hogtied by members of the public.
Well, that was the mountain of prejudice that we had to overcome. That was just huge.
As Shui Nai-in still maintains he's innocent, it's possible he will appeal. Kate Lynch, 3 News.